Brilliant, thank you very much. So what I'd like to do now is to take the opportunity to invite a very good friend, colleague, mentor, all of those things. And she's going to talk to you about networking and social capital and building. And her company's called The People's Partner. And I'd like, without any further ado, introduce you to Michelle Raymond.
How are we doing, guys?
Morning.
Good, good. Right, let's... Oh, very bright. So, some of you may know me, some of you I may be new. So I'll just introduce myself to those that don't know me, and we're going to move on. This is going to be a very interactive session, and I'm not going to be with you very long. So my name is Michelle Raymond. I'm a leadership development coach and trainer. I deliver leadership solutions within corporates. So many of you are here. Heinz, Tesco's, Co-op, they're all brands. They are all corporates, and I help entrepreneurs like yourself source and secure corporate contracts. Been doing it for a number of years. My background is in HR, 25 years of HR. I know I only look 30, but no, we are pushing on the side of 47. But so I come with a lot of credibility, so I know exactly what I'm talking about, because I was the type of person who used to hiring your services and buying your products for companies. So what I want us to do today, and I'm going to show you the power of strategic networking and how to build partnerships. Because everything you hear today, you're going to hear from Heinz, you're going to hear from NatWest, you're going to hear from different speakers. And one of the things I want you to put front and center is, who am I connected to get me easy access? Because I don't know about you, I like to take the back door. I don't like to have to be filling out all these forms. And who's fed up of tendering? Who's done tendering? It's hard work, right? It's hard work. So I want to show you how you can utilize people in your network right now that you have not leveraged. All right, you've got to go on this journey with me. Okay, so I need everyone to have pen and paper. Pen and paper. Come prepared. All right, so I want to show you there are people in your network, and I'm an action. If you need any paper, we've got some at the back. Awesome, just there.
No, or pen.
Right. So we all know that our network is our net worth. People say it all the time, but how many of us really actually use our networks? Really leverage them, not use them. We're not here to use people, but we're trying to, so everything I say here has to be a win-win situation. They need to be able to get something back. And so I always say, you can't take from a bank if you've never invested in a bank, if you've never put money in. And what tends to happen, you see it on social media, you see it in life, that people ask favors of you. They want to, can I take a minute of your time? And then you look back and you think, but hold on, I don't know this person. We've not had no relationship, so why are they? But if you have a relationship with somebody, they go that extra mile for you. So there's 3 I's that I want you to make a note of. There they are: the insiders, the influencers, and the impacted. Now the insiders, the insiders are people that work within an organization. Any organization that you're reaching out to or you're trying to target, they are people. They could be the administrator, they could be the office manager. They're people that work in the organization. Now, we all know somebody who works in an organization. No man is an island, so we know somebody. All right? Then the second is the influencers. And these are people who have an ear to the decision makers. They can influence their decisions. They can bring your name in the room. I want you to start thinking about who you know, don't write anything yet, but who you know that has an ear to the decision maker. The third are the impacted. These are your end users, the people that need your services, the people that buy your products. So you've got the insiders, the influenced, and the impacted. Now, I can tell you that I leverage my network in a way because I'm a giver and they give back, and so I have that relationships. Because I've been in rooms that I haven't been qualified to be in. I've been on stages and I'm thinking, how did I get here? And then when I looked at it back, it was either through referrals, recommendations, someone brought my name in the room. I didn't have to apply. I did my TEDx talk, I never applied. I spoke to somebody, I shared my story with them, and they said, you know what, Michelle, I'm going to bring you in. Why? Because 2 years prior to that, I was able to serve them. No money, no exchange of money, because sometimes we always think it has to be money. But if you build your relationships, you don't even have to exchange money. So let's look at the very first one, insiders. I want you to write down 3 people right now who you know in an organization that you can speak to, either reintroduce yourself to them, remind them who you are. It could be somebody who's been ghosting you. It's someone that you know you should be speaking to and you haven't spoken to for ages. I want you to write 3 names. And then if you know what their job title is or what they do, their role, write that next to it. I want you to be very visionary in this and you have to be very intentional about your strategic connections. Because moving forward, it's not going to be your financial capital that stands you apart, it's going to be your social capital. We're moving towards a society that people are very incestuous in the sense of they bring in people who they know, like, and trust. And doesn't mean you won't be able to get in, but it's just going to be harder, right? So 3 names under insiders. Dean, I'm calling at you because I know your name. So give me a couple of names that you have.
I was actually thinking about this right now. So I know Matt from Southwark Council.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a big decision maker. Then maybe I recently just reconnected with Dr. Rashada Harry.
Right, yes. Yeah, so she's good connect.
She works for AWS.
Yes.
And then... Oh, my bad. Then, funny enough, the last person I was actually thinking about is Boris Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got that as a connect?
As a connection, yeah. I have not connected with him for a long time.
And that's the good, and this is the season of that reconnection.
Yeah.
So you could say, oh, Boris, hi, I don't know what relationship you have with him, but there's nothing wrong with you going into his emails and say, I know it's been a long time. As you know, life is busy, but I wanted to get back in touch. You don't need to do anything else than that. That's just start the cycle again. So brilliant. All right. So I want you to write now the second one, an influencer. So actually, Dean had already had an influencer there. But think of someone now, you know they are in a position that people listen to them. Because we know we have connections and some of them, they can't bring your name in the room. Think about the ones that can. 3 people. And if you know their titles or their role, put that next to it as well. Okay. So if we can give the mic to Leisha. So Leisha, I would love to hear yours. If you put your hands up. So I want to find out who your 3 influencers are. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name's Lisa Kelly. So I've got 2 of my influencers so far. One of them is Paul King. He's the head of business services. There's a Magic Circle law firm just behind us here. The other person is Neil Riddell. He is head of tech and business services at an investment bank. And I haven't thought of the third one.
Brilliant. Okay, good. All right. And then let's now think of the third category, impacted. People that buy your services. People that buy your products. There's going to be someone you know you've not sold to them, and I'm not asking you to sell to them, I'm just asking you to think about rebuilding that relationship, reaching out to them. I put a status, as you're writing and thinking, I put a status on my WhatsApp last year, and I was just sharing what I was doing. And somebody who works at Visa, who is a friend of mine, totally forgot that she worked at Visa. She said, oh, gosh, what you're talking about, we need that in Visa. So I said, okay, so how do I get in and facilitate that discussion? And I said, all you need to do is just let me know what department, what name, and I'll do the rest. And that's how I ended up doing some work with Visa. I didn't have to go through any procurement, any tendering, no long proposals, because those people who are either the impacted or the influencers, they are so well known and trusted, their word is enough to be able to bring you in. And think about it as well. In HR or in L&D, those people are impacted who need like mental health support, or they might need training. When they bring in people to deliver the service, they can get a percentage. I don't know if you knew that. So like, let's say, so it happens with employees and if you bring in providers. So if I'm an employee, let's say if I do administration, and I know that my company is looking for a leadership trainer. Now, instead of my company going out and trying to market and spending that money, I might be able to provide 3 options for that company. And if they take that company, some of these companies then give you a percentage because you've saved them money. So it can be a win-win situation between you and that person that you're speaking to, all right? And also, those end users, definitely in the larger organizations, each of them are given a budget for personal and professional development. So you can reach out to these individuals and find out what's their personal budget. It could be £3,000. It's usually between £2,000 and £5,000, and you can deliver a service. If they need some mentoring, external mentoring, they have a budget for it. All right? Brilliant. Okay, so now you've got 3 names under each of those categories. I want everyone in this room to reach out to at least one of them in each of those 3 categories. You can do it by LinkedIn, email, WhatsApp, DMs. So I want you to let me know who you're going to reach out to. Yeah? I don't want you just to say it. I want you to do it, because you will see the difference, but you have to do the work. And literally, you're not going in to sell. You're going to them to remind them what you do, because you think people know what you do, but they don't always remember, and you want to be front and center of mind. So sometimes you just drop them an email, and then they remember, oh yeah, that's Louise, she does A, B, and C. But if you're not communicating with them, how will they remember? So who's going to use LinkedIn to reach out to one of theirs? Let me see a show of hands. Okay. Are you going to do it today? Are you going to do it in the break? Sorry? Right. Oh, now. Okay, I love it. Who's going to use email to reach out to somebody? Brilliant. Do you have their email addresses? You can do at least one today. I'm around all day, so I'll be checking after break. All right? So don't be telling me no, because I might say, show me. Let me see. All right? And then you've got WhatsApp, and you've got DMs or any other way that you communicate. So you've got the names. You're going to call? Yeah, you can call, of course. Yeah, people like that, voice notes. And what are you going to do? You're going to WhatsApp. Brilliant, brilliant. And what you're going to do voice? What are you going to do? That's right. And what I want you to do, to feed back to any of us on the team, Dr. Carlton, myself, and Nicola, and let us know. Because you're just getting more closer to where you want to go without going through the front door, without having to do all the tendering and all the proposals. That's where we want to be in this position. So everything you hear today from Heinz and Tesco's, build the relationships with them. Find them on LinkedIn. Connect with them. Don't hound them, but connect with them. Put a face to the name, so that when you get to that stage where you're ready, and remember, we're talking about products and retail here, but they're businesses, they still need services. So if you're in the service industry, don't think that this is not the place to be. And I'm just going to leave you with one share that I learned from at church on Sunday. So my pastor was talking about how we use our time. And it was so profound, and I've heard it before, and I wanted to share it with you. And he said, there are people that need you. Let me see if I can remember, Lord Jesus. There are people that need you, lead you, and feed you. Need, lead, and feed. And he said, when we sow into people that need us too much, our energy starts to deplete. It really does, right? Especially if you're coaches and consultants, you know that. And so a small amount of your time should be invested in people that need you. Then there's people that feed you. These are the people that you chill out with, that you Netflix and chill. We need that feeding, yeah? And you spend some time with them. And then the last category is people that lead you. And those who open up your minds, they stretch you. They are your green lighters. They open the door for you. So what I want you to use with your 3 eyes, find the people that lead you in those 3 eyes. All right? Any questions? Any questions before we finish? So need, feed, and lead. So look, and when you find that your energy is low, is it because you're feeding into someone too much? Because they need you too much. And you get your power and your strength and energy from those who are playing at a game higher level than you that can feed into you. All right? Any questions before we move on? And has that been helpful? Yes. A really helpful exercise. You're going to put it into practice, right? Yes. Okay. We'll chat to you later. Thank you.